هل ننبئكم بالأخسرين أعمالا الذين ضل سعيهم في الحياة الدنيا وهم يحسبون أنهم يحسنون
something. He has a website.
Brother, I don't really watch the
Okay,
Shia
cool.
side of. Wait. I'll tell you who I watch on the Arabic side. So I watch I watch mainly our like debaters, right? Like we have Khalid al-Wasabi, Hassan al-Baz. We have Abu Abdurrahman Ahmed al-Baghdadi, who I watch like a lot, and there's a few others that I watch. On the Shia side, I've seen them discuss with a few of your debaters, like Khalid al-Wasabi, for example, debated Alaa al-Mahdawi and Ahmed al-Imami at once. He literally pulled a 1v2 and destroyed them, right?
What's his name again?
Here, I'm gonna take a screenshot and show you. Hold up.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just looked it up on YouTube so I can show you what it looks like. Hold up.
Okay.
You see that? If you just look up Khalid al-Wasabi, Hiwar, or just put his name Khalid al-Wasabi, you'll find it. You'll find his debates. You see that? It's him right there at the top left corner.
Yeah.
You'll find the full video. The full video is like an hour. So you just put Khalid al-Wasabi, Hiwar, مع أحمد الإمامي, right? And you'll find it. Or مع Alaa al-Mahdawi, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, he literally debated him 1v2, bro. And they couldn't handle him. I mean, you can't tell me that's not badass though. Debating two people at once, that's pretty cool, bro.
But why don't you? I don't know. I mean, you seem to be very, very knowledgeable. Why don't you?
Wallahi, akhi, I'm not. Wallahi,
going up against Alaa al-Mahdawi or?
I'm not a debater, bro. Like, I'm not an Arabic debater. Like, I don't do debates in Arabic. I'm on the English side. We already have people like Khalid al-Wasabi and other debaters on the Arabic side. And Alaa al-Mahdawi already has been destroyed. Who's Alaa al-Mahdawi? All of our debaters have already destroyed him. I mean, how many times? Like, who is he?
I mean, I have to watch to judge, but I mean,
yeah, go ahead.
I don't think you're being ingenuine, but he claims the same in his lives. He's like,
look, I recorded him today. Actually, I saw his live. I don't watch his lives, right? I've only seen his lives going through my For You page, right? I don't whatchamacallit, I don't follow him or anything, right? Wallahi, like today, he lied on our narrations. And he's been caught out for doing this, actually. If Hadith is in here, which he is, he'll come up and agree with this on the... Let me invite Hadith real quick. If I play the clip, Hadith is going to laugh. Wallahi, he was lying to a layman Sunni about narrations in our books. Hadith, you want me to play the clip?
Muhammad, he doesn't even just lie on Sunni narration. He makes Shia narrations up.
He makes it up.
They called him out.
He makes narrations up, yeah.
No, but wait. There's one called Rida Shirazi and go watch it. That Kafir Zindiq, he actually calls out Alaa Mahdawi, that Mukhannath. He calls him out on the narrations that he makes from Shia books. The guy will be sitting, he says, قال الإمام this and this, and he will give the narration in the book, and the book nowhere has the narration. If your religion is based on Alaa Mahdawi, then ala Allah salam.
No, that's not what I was saying. I was saying you seem to be very knowledgeable. Why don't you go up against Alaa al-Mahdawi?
Bro, if this guy, do you think Alaa al-Mahdawi, he brings anyone up? He doesn't. He doesn't. Wallahi, he doesn't. If you have contact with him, tell him, Wallahi, we'll pay him $1,000. He debates any of us. $1,000 cash.
For you, exactly.
Go tell him. And he.
I don't have contact in him, but I can just spam the comments.
Yeah, I'm telling you, this guy's. Look at him, bro. This guy does his eyebrows and he's like, all he wants is.
Harith, bro, he was lying to this brother he was lying to this brother so bad. He says, in your books, it says this and this and this, this and this. You know what he said? Well, you know what he said? I have a clip. You know what he told the brother? He said in our Sunni books, he said the Prophet did latam over al-Hussein. He said the Prophet started slapping his face when he found out.
Yeah, I've seen that one. I've seen that.
Bro, he lied. We don't have narrations that say that. We don't have
He
narration
says that
Prophet
the
just-
Sahabis that had a dream that the Prophet had his face covered with mud.
You were wait.
But
Yeah,
I've also seen Star al-Maghrib.
Wait, Abdullah, one second, Haris, akhi.
I know the narration he's talking about. This narration is Musnad Ahmad, and it has no latim. It just says and it's very weak.
He added
very,
that. I
very
know
weak.
the narration too in Muslim Ahmad.
Yeah.
But he lied to the guy and said he's using a weak narration. You see, disingenuous, brother Abdullah. But he lied and said the Prophet did latam, started slapping him his face or slapping his head. You were watching today? Did you see that? Did you hear when he was saying it?
No, I didn't. I don't.
No,
watch
I'm talking to that. I'm talking about the Abdullah guy. Abdullah guy. Were you there today? when he said it?
I've seen when he said it.
يعني Abdullah, would you accept us using some kind of mursal and weak narration against you? Would you accept it?
Yeah.
Would you accept me using against you a riwayah, a narration that said Fatima salamullah alayha has long breast feeding, and when she wanna breastfeed her children, she will throw her jangle bungle behind her back? Would you accept this kind of narration that's used your books containing, akhi?
No, I wouldn't.
Like, this is in your books, but I have some dignity that to not show you this kind of. Would you accept me show you a narration that said Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a sleepover with Hussein in his bedroom? Would you accept me? Would you accept me to use a narration that from Madinat al-Ma'ajiz that's saying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala jalla sha'nuhu ala makana, he will descend upon Hussein bedroom and having handshake and this and that in his bed?
Yeah, he will sit with him on a bed.
Yeah.
Just wait. What? Just wait, akhi. Wait, let Deep continue. He will sit with him on a bed. تفضل Deep.
The bedroom, يعني in his Al-Hussein bed. Would you accept this kind? And by the way, some of your scholars agree with this narration. Would you accept me use another narration?
Before you continue, but don't you guys believe that Allah don't have a body?
No, no sin.
We do not believe Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has a body.
This is
But your
lie.
scholar,
We don't believe that.
your scholar believe in
don't
that.
believe that, but Liban told me last time.
No, brother Abdullah, you're taking what he
Liban
said out of
didn't tell
context. He doesn't say that, bro.
Liban
We don't
didn't
believe
tell you.
you. That's a lie, man. We don't. He didn't say. He never told
No,
you.
I'm not saying a lie. He literally started calling me a kafir. He told me that does God have an arm or not? I
No,
said,
you're taking
I
what he
don't
said.
know.
No, not arm. Don't
He
lie.
didn't tell you on me.
Arm. He didn't tell you. Why are
He
you lying
said
again?
Yadullah fawqa aydihim.
Yeah,
Now Abdullah.
Yadullah.
Yeah. Allah has a yad, right, or yadin, but we don't say like it's my hand or your hand or a human body parts, right, or any sort of body parts, right? We say laysa.
Quran said we are not saying that, ya Abdullah. It is the Quran saying.
He also told me yakshifu an saqihi means.
Your Imam says
It is the Quran. This is a.
Yeah, I know it's the Quran. I know.
Ikhwa, Muhammad, let me just have a logical argument with him on this, okay?
Yeah.
Abdullah, what's wrong with Allah having yet? Go.
I don't know because. Yeah, I don't know. I mean.
No, what's the logical argument against it?
Yeah, the Shias believes that if God has an arm, you're kind of like limiting, saying, kind of insulting him, saying that
Okay,
he's got
so is it limiting or no?
yeah, kind of.
Is it limiting or no? Okay.
Yeah.
So now, firstly, Muhammad will show you that this exists in your books, but this is not my issue. I'm just going to talk to you logically now, yeah?
Yeah.
Just from a logical standpoint. So logically, you believe Allah created you outside or inside Himself?
Outside of himself.
Okay, so is He limited in terms of that He's not in you?
Is he limiting in terms of that he's not
Inside you?
no, I don't know.
sure.
No. Yeah.
So now there's two options. Either Allah created you inside Himself or outside Himself. If He's everywhere, do you believe Allah's everywhere in His essence or no?
It's in the Quran, right? Or in
Okay, in His essence, in the Quran doesn't say He's everywhere. It says He's everywhere with His knowledge and seeing. So
Yeah.
now, do you think Allah is everywhere? Like His essence, is it inside of us? Is it inside of you?
His
essence is inside of us, right?
Astaghfirullah.
What?
No.
But I'm asking. Well, you're asking me very hard questions.
Wait, explain.
Yeah.
Okay, if His essence is inside of Him, then you're God. If the
Yeah, that
essence
means
of
you're
Allah is inside of Him.
Okay.
His essence. Wait. His essence, like in Arabic, it would mean that. Yeah, His essence, meaning He Himself.
Oh,
right?
that.
Okay.
Yeah. So is that limiting to Allah that He's not inside of us?
No, it's not limiting.
طيب خلاص. But it's a limit that He cannot be inside of us, right? Logically, He can't be inside of us.
Yeah.
So that would entail that there's a limit on His essence, on His that it's from the point that He cannot be mixed with His creation,
Yeah.
خلاص طيب انتهت يعني the whole point of limiting doesn't make sense because He has a yad, because He doesn't have a yad, and because you have a yad it will be the same logical
and
argument.
you know Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has arbitrary limits. You know what this means? Like for example, and you'll agree with me on this, right? Let me ask you something. Can Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala become a man? I'm gonna mute you.
So can He sees
Oh, sorry. I thought you were, because you just had some background noise. Sorry.
I'm saying, can He cease to exist? Can He cease to exist?
Yeah. Can you answer that, Abdullah? Because you're saying, because this means that you're limiting Allah. So answer, can Allah become a man? Can Allah cease to exist? Can Allah become a piece of poop?
I mean, he can, but he wouldn't.
No. Astaghfirullah. You can't even say. No.
I mean, he can do whatever you. Yeah.
No. There's something called arbitrary limits, right? There are things that Allah, right, will not do, right? Will not do because it goes against His essence, right? It goes against His attributes, right? So, for example, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is the all-knowing, correct?
Yeah.
So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala cannot become a man because a man is not all-knowing, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can't even say, because if you say, if he wanted to, He can, but He chose not to. No, if you say that, then you have now agreed with the Christians. Now when the Christians come and ask you, why can't God be a man? You're going to agree with them. No, He can be a man, but He chose not to. Then okay, then I can believe Jesus is God then. Right?
Okay.
That's a weak argument from you if you just say, it's possible. No, it's not possible.
Right.
Just like He can't cease to exist because this is a creator of creation cannot cease to exist. He cannot just cease to exist.
And not just that, Harith, if he believes that God can do like these things, but He just chose not to, then for example now, can God make me His God and I throw God in hell?
No.
Yeah, all these things, akhi, all these things.
You see why that would be problematic then? You see what I mean?
So this whole yad argument, just going back to it doesn't stand, Like this whole yad, just because he has a yad makes him limited, it doesn't stand. It doesn't.
My phone is gonna turn.
It doesn't.
1 second. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't necessitate to tarkib and all this, so that's fine. We got past that. So now, why you're not Sunni? The brothers here want you to become Sunni today. What's stopping you? Let's just.
It's not that simple. It's not that simple.
No, it is. No, it's quite simple.
I have to look up stuff. I have to read stuff. Yeah, I'm not saying that you didn't convince me in a lot of stuff today. I'm just saying it's not that simple.
So what's the biggest problem with Ahlul Sunnah? Give us one other problem.
One other problem. I mean, one major problem for me is that you guys like Muawiyah.
خذ لك.
No, that's not خذ. It's
okay.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about Muawiyah. The love of Muawiyah just comes from the love of your Imam to Muawiyah. If you're going to take it from that standpoint, from our books, I can prove that the Prophet said that he made dua to Muawiyah. Allahumma ja'alhu hadiyan mahdiyan wahdi bihi. The Prophet said, may Allah make people guided by Muawiyah. I have this clear, and Muawiyah in my books was the writer of Wahi. So I can prove it from my religion. Now, to your religion, your Imam says that I don't have more Iman than Muawiyah. He does not have more Iman than me. So according to your religion as well, Muawiyah and your Imam have the same Iman. So if you follow your Imam, you should follow Muawiyah, because your Imam Hassan as well, he gave bay'ah to Muawiyah. He said, he trusted
They
the
sulh.
people with Muawiyah more than anyone. خلاص.
No, no,
He
there
had
was no
arguments
there
from
was no
both sides.
sulh. No. This is a lie. There was no sulh. He gave him the
محمد حتى
khilafah
لو صلح. Okay, can we just say صلح just so we cut this short?
for the
Okay,
sake
what's
of the
صلح?
argument. Go ahead.
Okay, can you do صلح and give the control of Muslims to a kafir or no?
I'm not saying he's a kafir, but I'm saying he's a munafiq.
Okay, munafiq.
That's
same thing.
even worse. That's even worse because a munafiq is worse than a kafir. So you're saying that Hassan, right, put the whole ummah in the hands of a munafiq, a criminal.
Yeah, but I mean,
Is that allowed or no?
Is that allowed? Wait, is that allowed? Yes or no?
I mean, even Ali allowed it. So
Yeah, Harith, it is allowed as
Wow.
long as Al Hassan Al Hussein and get paid for it. And as
they
the
didn't
records,
get paid for it. It
Yeah,
was like he
As-
was threatening him to.
yeah, as long as Al Hassan Al Hussein got paid handsomely for this act of disobeying Allah Subhanahu wa Taala and give the righteous imamah to munafiq, it's okay
did
because
he-
you know what?
did he give him
After,
bay'ah for
if you just
money?
allow me, يا أخي عبد الله,
Yeah,
the كتاب
Mas-
تهذيب الأحكام شكرا في كتاب تهذيب الأحكام and this riwayah has been authenticated by المجلسي في كتاب هذا الأخيار. Hassan Hussein got paid handsomely for their betrayal of their father fights. You know, Ali ibn Abi Talib fought for this cause his whole life. He passed away fights upon it. And unfortunately, unforgivably, Wallahi, I have beautiful words. Muhammad, what do you think about my words? Unforgivably, unfathomably, Wallah al-Azim, Al-Hassan and Al-Hussein give the bay'ah to Muawiyah, the same man, the same individual that fought their father for 5 years. Ustad Abdullah, why is it that your A'immah betrayed their fathers?
He's not.
Deep.
He's not really betraying
You know
him.
what that entails?
But he's not
You know what that entails, Deep? Sheikh Leeb, you know what that entails? You're making Hassan look so bad. You're making him look like he was bribed out of his khilafah because narrations in your books, like Deep said, right, where the khilafah was given to Muawiyah, and after it was given to Muawiyah radiallahu anhu would give hundreds and thousands of dinars to Hassan radiallahu anhu and Ahlul Bayt, right? So with your logic here, right, then Hassan was bribed out of his khilafah. So he gives the khilafah to Muawiyah, puts imagine this, guys, they believe Al-Hassan is infallible, makes no mistakes, and he's chosen by God, right? He puts the whole entire ummah in the hands of one of the biggest criminals, according to these people, one of the biggest enemies of Islam, puts the whole ummah in his hands, yeah? And this is after Siffin, after him knowing what happened in Siffin and fighting against his father and them, right? Puts the whole ummah in his hands, accepts him as Amir al-Mu'mineen, and takes hundreds and thousands of dinars from him on top of that.
Yeah, and you know what, Akhi, as well? They prayed after the Marwan ibn al-Hakam, his cousin, Al-Hassan Hussein, one time. They pray, both of them, pray behind someone that is cursed in their religion.
Is that
Abdullah, why is it that
book?
you're... Yeah, in your books.
What book?
مستدرك الوسائل and كتاب الجعفريات, and Al-Khomeini has authenticated in his book, I think, كتاب الطهارة. You want me to show you?
Yeah.
طيب, just give me a second. Give me a second. بارك الله فيك.
And I can quote you the source in Al-Ihtijaj by Tabrasi, where he gave the khilafah to Muawiyah, and all the narrators are fiqh. So the narrations all